Good morning, everyone. It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver. Just looking at this article here, which I must admit elicits something of a chuckle from me. Before we go on with this video, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to this channel, ringing the bell for notifications, and helping me push back against that YouTube suppressive urge that they have to silence channels like my own, I'd really appreciate it. Let's smash through that algorithm. Ray Fisher here, Cryborg. We actually call him Cryborg. He played Cyborg in the terrible Justice League movie. Says he will not work with DC Films President Walter Hamada again. Hamada. I have to say, there's been a lot of discussion on this channel about whether Ray Fisher is truly a wronged man or a delusional idiot. And now, before I was leaning a little bit more towards wronged man. Like, perhaps this guy really does have some issues that are valid, and he brought them to the attention of Warner Media, and Warner Media, followed through by actually apparently firing Joss Whedon from his job. But with this, I'm right back to where I was, like a rubber band. Snap back into Ray Fisher is a delusional idiot. Ray Fisher's not going to work with Walter Hamada again. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Well, this man has some standards. This man has some ethics. He's not going to work with the president of... He's not going to work with the president of Warner Media again and be in movies. No, he's going to stand up for himself. Let's find out what this says. Walter Hamada is the most dangerous kind of enabler. He says the most dangerous kind of enabler. I think the most dangerous enabler would be somebody who actually gives, say, nuclear weapons to terrorists. That would be the most dangerous kind of enabler from my perspective. But it could also be, from Ray Fisher's perspective, somebody who allows and delegates authority to somebody who might say no to Ray Fisher. That is a very dangerous enabler. Walter Hamada is empowering people like John Berg, people like Joss Whedon, and people like Jeff Johns, who told Ray Fisher, no, we're going to be making some changes with the Justice League movie, and I'm afraid your part is going to be reduced and diminished just a little bit because of the new creative direction of this idiot we hired, Joss Whedon. And that is a dangerous kind of enabler to Ray Fisher. Let's see what this article on IGN says. Justice League star Ray Fisher has said he will no longer participate in any productions associated with DC Films President Walter Hamada. I wonder if he understands that is not going to be by his own choice, or that he has no real choice in that matter. I mean, I could say this, too. I could say, I am never going to date Amber Heard, ever. I'm not going to do it because of her behavior with Johnny Depp. She was an abusive batterer to Jonathan Depp, who's an actor I admire, and therefore I am taking myself out of her dating pool. I'm married as well. I have kids, so that's one factor. But the main factor and the main reason why I will never be seen with Amber Heard is because I think she's a biatch. That's kind of the same thing as this. I think that's the same situation here. As reported by Variety, Fisher's response comes after Warner Media's investigation into allegations made by Fisher of a toxic, hostile working environment. Somebody pointed out, I think it was Adam Carolla, he pointed out that there are men who actually work with chemicals, people who clean up sewer lines and things like that, who actually do work in toxic and hostile, like literally toxic and hostile working environments. And yet we've got these sissies in Hollywood who don't get their way, who don't get foot rubs, and somebody might say, hey, stop being a jerk. And that is a toxic and hostile working environment to these pampered buffoons. All right, so Joss Whedon provided this toxic and hostile working environment, according to Ray Fisher, the director of the reshoots of 2017's disastrous, money vacuum Justice League. And maybe they'll make some of that back with the Ray Snyder cut, but I doubt it, because I think they poured another $20 million into finishing the special effects on that movie. So we will see how that goes. Walter Hamada is the most dangerous kind of enabler, Fisher tweeted. His lies and Warner Brothers PR's failed September 4th hit piece sought to undermine the very real issues of the Justice League investigation. I will not participate in any production associated with him. So bad news, Walter Hamada. I know that you were looking forward to casting Ray Fisher again. He's been nothing but a delight, and his presence added so much to the movie that nearly bankrupted Warner Brothers. But no, you cannot work with Ray Fisher again. I'm sorry. He is saying he's got too many things on the horizon, too many things to do. And if we check his IMDb, I should say. I always say IMD, and I think I'm done. IMDb page, we can see his filmography, and we see that his dance card is, let's see, upcoming projects. Oh, just Zack Snyder. So he's actually has nothing on the horizon. He's got nothing whatsoever to do. So I'm not quite sure. I guess this is just a matter of principle, and that is the thing. So sorry, Walter Hamada. He is far too busy doing something else. I guess social media, Twitter, complaining about you on Twitter to ever work with you again. Take that. So hard luck to you, Walter Hamada. Anyway, Fisher also included Hamada's New York Times interview in his tweet where he discussed the future of DC Films and how Zack Snyder is not in the studio's future. He actually referred to the Zack Snyder Justice League cut as a cul-de-sac, meaning that's it. It's not going to lead to anything. Even if it's massively successful and provoked an uprising of fans with starry eyes begging for more of this horrible version. I'm sorry, I don't like it at all. Horrible version of the Justice League from Zack Snyder. It's not going anywhere, and that's too bad. That probably really upsets Ray Fisher because, he had established a rather warm rapport and friendship with Zack Snyder. Could be because Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League film included a lot more of Ray Fisher in it than the final production did. But when Zack Snyder had family problems, rumor is Warner Brothers kind of said, yeah, okay, we'll see you later. Take care. We'll see you around. And then they quickly brought in Joss Whedon, and they considered that to be kind of a lucky thing because I guess things were not going very well with Zack Snyder. That's the impression. That's what's going around out there in the rumor mill. Pretty shocking because they kind of gave Zack Snyder the keys to the kingdom, and he was developing the entire DCEU. In my opinion, he wasn't doing that great of a job, and he was making these dark, sad, mopey films with these powerful icons. These optimistic, aspirational superheroes. I think he wasn't doing a great job. So maybe that was the right thing, but Ray Fisher is still mourning that situation. Warner Media recently confirmed that the Justice League investigation was concluded and that remedial action had been taken over Ray's claims. So evidently something happened because they also fired Joss Whedon from his TV show. He had an HBO show, and they removed him from it. So that was interesting. They must have found something wrong there. All right, Warner Media's third-party investigation began in August following Fisher's allegations of Whedon's toxic set and how former DC Films co-chairs Jeff Johns and John Berg enabled the behavior. Well, they got rid of John Berg, but they're never going to get rid of Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is too important to the studio. I think they see that. And so that's not going to be a thing. Fisher had also previously stated that Hamada pressed him to relent on Jeff Johns. See what I mean? Hey, we'll give you Joss Whedon's head, but we're not going to give you Jeff Johns. If that gives you any indication of how they feel about Jeff. The failed September 4th hit piece Fisher was referring to was Warner Media's response to the allegations, denial of Fisher's claims about Hamada, and a statement that Fisher had refused to meet with their third-party investigator to discuss the case. Ray Fisher denied all of that. He said, I said I would meet with them, but this seems like you hired people. This seems like you hired people who have a conflict of interest to investigate this situation. And then he kind of backed down. All right, so Ray Fisher shot additional footage for the Snyder Cut and said that he had reshot almost all of his scenes when Joss Whedon took over, saying only a single scene from the original Snyder's version made it to the theatrical release. That is interesting. So basically, the Snyder Cut is going to be almost entirely all new. It's going to be a brand new film. Doesn't mean it's going to be good because this rascal is still in it. we can do without him. And they're making a Flash movie with this guy. He's like the worst possible casting choice for Barry Allen. But in any case, yeah, this is interesting, delusional, strange, sad. I think the expression "get over it" to some degree, works in this situation. I know it's hard. It's hard, right? That things didn't quite go your way with the Justice League movie. But here's the thing: you got to shine on that stage. You got to be Cyborg. In one of the, it was supposed to be a good movie, but it wasn't. In one of the biggest disastrous popcorn crunchers of 2017, you had your moment. And that moment is over, and it's time to, I guess it's time to get a job somewhere else. Thanks, everybody. Let me know what you think about this. Does this change your opinion of what Ray Fisher has been saying, or have you remained steadfast, or what do you think? Let me know. I read all of the comments. That's what I do on this channel. I like to stay in touch with what you guys are thinking. And please share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Again, I appreciate it. Ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you again later today with another video. And Happy New Year. This is the last day of 2020. Let's get rid of this year. Let's put this in the rearview mirror. Bye-bye. Hey, I got a P.O. box. Want to send me some mail? Send it to Ethan Van Sciver, P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. And I'll probably open it up on the live stream. Thanks very much, everyone. New from All Caps Comics, Rainbow, the Brute, the last real man in fairyland. A tale of prismatic pain, a spectrum of brutality, and a pretty good dad. Choke slam a unicorn by backing it today, only on Indiegogo. Hey, you want to follow me on Twitter? Are you sure? Well, if so, I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. That's at Ethan Van Sciver. See you there.